Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. CryptoCon here pointing this out. Looks like I need to update my Bitcoin calendar of the masses after everyone has told me a bear market is about to start alongside a recession. Guys, if you haven't noticed, he's being facetious. Check out this Bitcoin chart that he posted here. And, when we find ourselves at bottoms, this generally does occur. People are calling recession from the rooftops. Like in 2023, recession coming 10 to 12K next. Black Swan tomorrow. You guys can see these all occurred at the bottom of a Bitcoin retracement. Altcoins are dead. Recession is coming. Recession is coming back to 15,000. Down here it says recession starts now, and that was back in September. And now, guys, bear market starts now. Recession is coming. Remember, this is only a 30% correction. No, recession is not coming, although stock markets aren't looking great. And, we're hearing a similar tone from the traditional finance folk. On the 1 hour, Bitcoin is retracing delightfully. Check this out. Coming out of that inverted head and shoulders pattern that we're seeing here, coming up above this trend line, guys. The same is occurring for cryptocurrencies like XRP. I drew the trend line last night, and when I drew it, XRP was in and around here, and I was wondering what was going to happen this morning. Sure enough, XRP has gone up past that neckline. So now one XRP trading as of the time of this recording for $2.19, almost $2.20. So this is a positive move to the upside. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. I mean, stock markets are not looking as good. I'm going to throw this on the daily. S&P 500 on the daily. We've had a few down days for the S&P. The Russell 2000 also doesn't look in great shape. And the NASDAQ, guys, everything looks like it is teetering, getting below levels. That's not a great line there. Getting below support levels here. So what is going to happen next? Well, I mean, this is the question, right? For crypto, at least, we are seeing fear and greed starting to climb a little bit, although we are still in extreme fear at 19. Altcoin season getting, well, a little bit closer. Still 16 out of 100. There is a bit more pep in the market step, though. Up 3.44%. Volume is also up, too, by about 3.37%. And you guys can see over the last 24 hours, some of these cryptocurrencies have gained, like XRP up 7.37%. And, there's a bit of a mix, but by and large, most of the altcoins have witnessed, at least single-digit gains. So it's a step in the right direction. I mean, it's not an easy task to fundamentally transform the global financial system. Michael Branch here also bringing us this metric, according to on-chain data from Glassnode from February the 21st to March the 10th. So this was up until 2 days ago. The number of active XRP addresses more than tripled. So we are seeing institutions, I'm guessing it's institutions, probably some retail too, although I don't get the sense that retail is buying. Well, maybe smart retail is buying, but I'm guessing it's institutions that are buying XRP, realizing it is at a discount right now. XRP did drop below $2, declining 17% over the past week. However, despite the bearish trend, on-chain data indicates a surge in network activity. So these are always good indications of where the smart money is buying. Usually what we see is, when XRP does drop to these kinds of levels, what tends to occur is retail gets really scared. The $1.96 mark, I got to keep reiterating, that is crucial support because back in 2021, that was former resistance right at the top of that bull market. Now we're building support upon the $1.96 mark, and I'm guessing a lot of this accumulation is occurring in and around that price. With a pending final decision on the Ripple lawsuit, too, guys, that's expected to come April the 16th, so that's an important date. I guess everybody's kind of waiting with bated breath. According to on-chain data from Glassnode, from February 21st to March 10th, the number of active addresses did triple. On February the 21st, we had about 89,606 active addresses, and then that spiked to 543,000 active addresses. They continue by saying the divergence between price action and network activity raises key questions about market sentiment. A surge in active addresses typically indicates heightened user engagement, suggesting growing demand or increased transaction volume. However, the decline in Binance outflows may also signal reduced accumulation pressure or hesitation among investors to move assets off centralized platforms. So it could be a multitude of reasons. Some analysts suggest that XRP's price decline, despite resilient network participation, could point to short-term speculative trading rather than fundamental weakness. And, ultimately, when Bitcoin moves down, XRP moves down as well, and that is basically what we're witnessing for the entire market at the moment. We need Bitcoin to get up above critical resistance in order for us to see some new highs. Obviously, 95,100 is one of those levels there. But ultimately, guys, getting up above all-time high for perhaps that final push to the upside. For more detailed insight on what I think this market holds for us in the coming months, follow me, guys. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It's where I discuss all my crypto targets, where I discuss in more detail where I think the market's going to go next. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel if you're interested. Let's get back to that crypto asset stockpile that the government wants to hold. Crypto czar David Sachs did kind of clarify a few things. This courtesy of Jack the Rippler. He says they are focusing on maximizing the value for the stockpile, and these are assets that they currently already hold that they've, acquired over time.
I've seen reports that it might have, for example, 50,000 ETH, which is Ethereum. But again, we need to get to the bottom of that. When we figure out exactly what the assets are, we're going to move them into the digital stockpile. The purpose of the stockpile is responsible stewardship. It's a place for safekeeping. It's a centralized, you could say, account under the direction of the Secretary of the Treasury. And the Secretary of the Treasury will figure out how to maximize the values of these holdings.
So these holdings are at no cost to the taxpayer. They are, for example, he uses the example of Ethereum there, but it seems as though, and I'm sure the government has seized all kinds of different types of cryptocurrencies. They are essentially going to accumulate those cryptos in a stockpile. So as Jack the Rippler does say here, this could include XRP as well as, some of the other cryptocurrencies that they originally did mention in that strategic stockpile, digital asset stockpile that they mentioned a couple of weeks ago. So that is that's the government's strategy. I mean, we're making progress when it comes to introducing more innovative ways to invest. Congressman Nick Begich, yesterday he did announce the Bitcoin Act of 2025 in the U.S. House. The war on innovation is over, and the golden age of digital currency has arrived.
Today I'm here to make a historic announcement, one that will shape America's economic future for generations to come. Today, I will be introducing the Bitcoin Act of 2025 in the United States House. Now, this is a bold and forward-looking legislative initiative designed to ensure the United States secures its financial independence and maintains its leadership in the global digital economy. Before I continue, I want to take a moment and recognize the tireless efforts of my colleague in the Senate, Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming.
All right, I'm going to leave it there because the next clip is of Senator Cynthia Lummis. She's reintroducing the Bitcoin Act. And guys, they're looking to buy 1 million Bitcoin. Was that $1 million in Bitcoin? I think it's actually 1 million Bitcoin. Listen to this.
I'm so pleased to announce that today I will be reintroducing the Bitcoin Act. And I'll be joined here shortly by Senator Justice of West Virginia, who is one of the co-sponsors. And we have several other additional co-sponsors. And a lot of it is a result of the excitement that's been building.
So it looks like U.S. government getting the show on the road. Introducing the Bitcoin Act, obviously looking to accumulate more Bitcoin. The stockpile of other crypto assets is going to also factor into what the U.S. holds as well. So then it occurred to me, this must be a transitional moment. Marty Party pointing this out. White House press secretary did make a statement. The White House says the stock market is in a period of economic transition. So this with regard to the stock market in particular, as you guys probably did notice earlier, as the S&P 500 is really not doing too well. And it's not just the S&P, it's the Russell, it's the NASDAQ. As I did show you guys, we're actually seeing Bitcoin, XRP, other altcoins rebounding a little bit. And I get the sense that they're rebounding a little bit because, we've gotten some good news surrounding Bitcoin, and that has brought altcoins up along with it. But guys, is a bigger transition going to occur? So White House says stock market is in a period of economic transition. In Marty Party's opinion, crypto is moving in. Tariffs are being readjusted. AI and robotics are being repriced into manufacturing. All these things mean volatility, but ultimately, we have not seen a stimulus and liquidity injection since 2021. The recovery from 2008 is over. The next round of QE is coming. Rates will drop for debt rollover. Crypto increases money velocity and GDP and introduces a fixed supply reserve of capital markets for the first time, whilst lowering costs of business and administration of money by 50 to 75%. Companies are more profitable with crypto, AI, and robotics. They can do more with less humans. Tariffs are always adjusted and have not been since 2020 when the beer flu disrupted. Always happens with trade renegotiation. It's always a nothing burger that gets priced in after some period of politicalization. Stock market and crypto are going to boom. So this is his assessment. Listen to what the press secretary had to say.
When it comes to the stock market, the numbers that we see today, the numbers we saw yesterday, the numbers we'll see tomorrow are a snapshot of a moment in time. And as President Trump has said, and I'm here to echo the remarks of this president of this White House, we are in a period of economic transition. We are in a period of transition.
So she didn't even mention the stock market. She just said broadly, we are in a period of economic transition. Things that make you go, So, I think this is all making more sense now. Uphold posting, could the U.S. leverage XRP's escrow model for its crypto reserve, or is Bitcoin's fixed supply the better play? I think these guys are actively looking into other ways to finance U.S. debt, for example, but also to utilize the technology at hand to transform the financial system. So, has this always been in the plans? I mean, some would suggest that it is. Remember Brandon Biggs, the man who accurately prophesied about Trump being shot in the ear, prophesied this exact thing happening. Okay, this is another one of Brandon Biggs' predictions. It has to do with the economy. Listen to this.
Do you guys remember this video right here? This is Brandon Biggs. In this video, he had prophesied that Trump was going to be shot in the ear, and he would fall to his knees, come back up, and be a stronger Christian and win the election. But I want you to listen to the second part of his prophecy, and I think that's what we're watching now with the economy. Just listen to him, and I have something else to say.
I saw him winning the election through the Patriots coming out and voting, and then there will be a great economy crash. Yeah. I saw they had a great economy plan, a crash, worse than the Great Depression. And the Lord warned me about this. It would be a great dark time. But I saw paddles coming upon America's soil like a shocking of the soil. And I saw Donald Trump praying in the office of the Oval Office, and he was weeping before the Lord with his hands on his head like this, but he was weeping. And there was ministers and people. I don't know if they were senators or Congress people or whatever. I just saw them pacing and back and forth inside of the White House. I'm sorry, what is the White House? But it's the Oval Office. Yeah. And they were interceding all inside there, and I could feel the presence of the Lord so strong on this. And then I could see that darkness that was the heaviness upon America with the financial crisis of what I saw coming. It started to lift above the trees, and I saw the blue and the things coming back out, and the green times and the good times coming back again. But the Lord said it would be forth a time of a season of a shaking.
Here's the bottom line. If you're watching the financial markets and you're freaking out, don't. This has been foretold. God is in control. Sometimes you have to rip off the Band-Aid, and there's going to be a little temporary pain, but it's for the better in the end. That's what we're witnessing right now. I think Trump's setting this economy up to be so successful in the future. But in the short term, we're going to have some bumps. Hang in there. It won't be long.
So is Donald Trump setting up this economy for a more prosperous future? Along the way, we are going to see some bumps, guys. We're already experiencing it with the stock market tumbling. Although I gotta say, cryptocurrency has remained resilient. And so what do you think about Brandon Biggs' other predictions? Remember, he's predicted some other things regarding Ripple and XRP. If you guys didn't catch the most recent video I did about that, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. So now as I'm seeing this, guys, I'm feeling like maybe there is more to this. Did you see this Economist article cover? The revised economic outlook. And so I'm just going to maximize that so you can see that a little better. Donald Trump pouring gasoline on a pile of USD fiat currency. Are we finally witnessing the phoenix that will be rising from the ashes. I'm going to play you guys a few clips of this 6.5-minute video. Listen to this.
Today is March 10th, and my prediction became true. I said, look out for today, March 10th, for a ritual. I was very active on Twitter. Make sure to go to my X account and you'll see what I was showing. How March 10th today is when the first $100 bill was made. Right here, you can see it's marked March 10th. And The Economist magazine, which is in the 0-day movie, and you can see the 1988 edition with the eagle, the phoenix rising. The eagle is the sun symbolism with the fleur-de-lis. The March 10th issue with Trump lighting the $100 bill, and there's even reports that they're going to put him on the $100 bill.
I'm just going to stop it there real quickly. I did a recent video about the 0-day film on Netflix. If you guys didn't catch that, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner in case you want more context to this.
But this goes into symbolism of what's happening now. And today we had a large, massive cyber on X and many other platforms that are happening right now. Cargo ships crashing, US cargo ships crashing. This goes into the AI war that I've been talking about for quite some time with all the different planes and trains and automobile crashes. And shout out to everybody on the Discord, DJ, Nikki as well, showing a lot of the slides. Very much appreciate it. Make sure I got those links down below. Go join the Discord group. That's for Patreon members only. A lot of people on there. We're having a good time over there. But the whole cyber goes into this book 1 second after. The cover of the book shows the eclipse. We're coming up on the eclipse on March 13th and 14th. And the full moon energy of these blood moons, also known as an eagle moon, the energy takes place 3 days before. This is why I said March 10th will be the kickoff to the ritual, and it is. You got X, which goes into the new financial system, going through these cyber right now, because we're coming up on this eclipse, which I believe there will be a sacrifice the day before, the day of, or the day after the eclipse. That's usually how it goes. Evelyn de Rothschild, who ran this Economist magazine during this issue, he died the day before the eclipse. The eclipse is very much tied to Trump, and we can see that in a lot of the symbolism. In the Economist magazine, they made him the eclipse. So we've been tying this eclipse thing for a while. And I said that this is the start to the economy, the money. It's Monday, and the Dow dropping 890, at least according to the mainstream media. Some say it's 1,000, just other ones. But this one says Dow minus 890, and that is intentional.
So there's this idea of the eclipse, which I'm going to get to in a second. All these signs pointing to, an economic period of turmoil that we could witness, and some are saying it could be worse than, one of the worst economic disasters that we've seen in recent history. So I'm just going to, and I will link this in the description if you guys are interested, but I'm just going to fast forward because I wanted to get to the eclipse part of this.
So something I'm looking out for. I'm also looking out for this eclipse. I think the big ritual will be going down for the eclipse. The rituals have just kicked off with this March 10th date, and the next one will be this eclipse, this blood moon. So after this eclipse, we'll be coming up on the Ides of March. The Roman calendar, Ides of March, March 15th. This is when Julius Caesar, via a conspiracy, was stabbed 23 times. That's also coming up, but the spring equinox is the big date. It's happening at 2:01 a.m., like event 2 on March 20th. And the spring equinox is where we get the skull and bones, the crossbones. Also, the couple days after, on 3/22, just like you got the 3/22 skull and bones secret society, is a day to look out for a massive ritual.
So are we to expect all this to occur in March based on this eclipse? I mean, they like to put it in plain sight for us. Guys, are we witnessing something bigger? A transition from the old financial system to the new financial system? Remember, Trump's press secretary, she did say that we are in a period of economic transition. She just mentioned this the other day. Are you prepared? And what do you hold, guys? Do you hold some Bitcoin? Do you hold some XRP? Put it down in the comments section. I want to know. And for more information on what I'm doing particularly during this bull run, I have a different plan this time around. Things are looking different, guys. If you want to know my targets and my strategy, follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.